How can artificial intelligence help you find a better vacation rental? Hi, I'm Tanya Hall for ZDNet, and joining me are Johannes Siebers, CEO, and Michael Siebers, CTO, both founders of Holidu. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya. Thanks for having us here.
Absolutely. What does Holidu do?
So Holidu is a search engine for vacation rentals. What we do is we compare more than 7 million vacation rentals worldwide from more than 350 booking platforms. A little bit similar to what Kayak does for flights or Trivago does for hotels. That's what we do for vacation rentals. So we try to bring the whole supply, the whole inventory of the world on one single platform, and in that way make it easier for users to find their dream house.
Do we need another meta search site? I mean, how is Holidu different than other search travel sites?
Yeah. So the core challenge in the vacation rental market is that it's very, very fragmented. So you have, of course, large players like Airbnb and HomeAway and VRBO and TripAdvisor and Booking.com. But in addition, you have many regional players and thousands of local players and property managers. And the result is that the same property is very often listed on many different sites with very different prices. So there can be price differences of more than 55% for the same house in the same time frame, and also with different availabilities. So what we help users to in one single search through all the results from the different sites, and then save significant money on the booking by comparing or by matching the offers from the different sites. So in that sense, that does not yet exist for the vacation, or has not yet existed for the vacation rental space, that there is a site that would do proper price comparison and user review comparison and availability comparison across the same offers from many, many different portals.
Yeah, that's also where the idea came from. So Johannes and me had the problem that we wanted to travel with a group of 8 people to a surf spot called Baleal in Portugal, and we found 120 vacation rentals there on over 20 different websites, really local websites, which we never have heard before. And and we thought it's the 21st century. It should be easy to book a vacation rental, but it really was not. And that is where it comes from.
Talk about how you use artificial intelligence, image recognition, and automation to serve up some of the best travel recommendations.
So maybe to start with, and then Michael can go into much more detail on this. The core challenge in the vacation rental space is how to identify the same property on different portals. For flights, it's actually quite easy. You have a flight ID to match 2 flights together. For hotels, you also have the hotel name plus a GPS coordinate that makes it fairly easy to match it. But for vacation rental, there's no such thing. You only have a name of a rental that can be very different on different sites. And then what you have is the images. And what you would do as a human is you'd see this rental on that side and on that side. And that's actually the same. It has the same images, it has the same living room, and so forth. And with more than 7 million rentals that we're comparing, we thought about how to find a technical way to automate that matching and to really identify duplicate properties on different sites. And that's where one of the first tech components came in, that we have solved this through image recognition, trying to find similarities in the images.
Yeah, exactly. So we have known that the hotels, the hotel aggregators did that typically with sentiment analysis in text or addresses, and that's much more easy, but there are much more vacation rentals in one street. So for Hilton Hotel, for example, it's easy. You have 1, 2 in a city. And then we planned, or that is what we have now, over 7 million vacation rentals, and we have over 400 million images in our database. And the main challenge was from the beginning on, how can we build duplicate detection, who's solving that for this huge amount of properties and images. And that was the core challenge. And we use now image recognition algorithms built internally. It was the first technology we actually built to find these duplicates. But it's not the only AI technology we use. So we use it in multiple different fields. So for our rankings, for our online marketing, for bidding, and also for personalized search.
Tell us about your contextual recommendations. How do you adjust rankings based on the user's device, mobile, or maybe their location?
So maybe I go a bit into the personalized search. So what we see quickly is that there are many different kind of travelers, a group of travelers on our platform. There's the people who want to go hiking, biking, the family vacation, couple vacation, and so on. When you show a certain group only certain kind of properties, the other kind of group will bounce quickly. So what we try to do, and especially on mobile, that does is really great, that we interact directly, so that we analyze your interaction with our properties. So when we show you an 8-person property and you do not interact on it, then maybe you're searching more for a couple vacation or with friends or so. And then when you scroll down, we even replace according to your user interactions properties. So when you click, for example, on a property which has a pool on it, yeah, and another time that you do it as well, then we are quite sure that maybe we should show you more pool images, and that is how we can instantly personalize the search according to your needs, and can increase in the conversion rates as well on that. Yeah.
Was there a big AI challenge that you needed to overcome in the beginning, or even today, to accomplish?
I think AI is. Johannes, please.
The challenge is you have 80,000 properties in Florida, and if you search for vacation rental Florida, you will only look at our first 10 or our first 30. So the question is, how can we show you the most relevant top 10 or the most relevant top 30 properties? A bit like Google, that will make you interact with those properties. And so the first piece of AI and machine learning is that we continuously learn which properties, of course, perform well with users and with what kind of users, and which properties don't. And then as a second step, once you started interacting with the property, with the pool, we start to learn that maybe you're looking for a villa with a pool, and we show you more of those in a similar budget. Once you started to interact with an apartment in a city center, you learn maybe you want to stay in the city center, and we show you more of apartments in the city center. So there's basically two pieces of machine learning there. The first one is how out of 80,000, I show you the most relevant ones, and how to continuously learn with the data that we get, which properties are attractive and which ones are not, because they also constantly change. And then second, how to learn from the user without the user explicitly telling us what he wants, learning what he wants, and then showing him what he wants. And that's where this personalized search result technology has had a great impact for us in increasing conversion rates with customers and increasing booking rates with customers.
Has your data or artificial intelligence given you any insight into, or tricks into getting the best deals so that your users have the best travel experience?
So what we definitely see that, for example, our business development team who's contracting our partners, we send them, of course, to the destinations where we see that the demand is the highest, yeah, where the people want to travel, and there's where we send our business development team.
Yeah, and it's in some instances the properties that are recommended by machine learning to rank on the top, sometimes you would not estimate by just looking at them that those are the most attractive ones. But then when you realize all the features of it, actually it has a nice location, actually it has quite a good price, the whole set of features is very attractive to customers. We found that the machine is much more accurate in predicting the attractiveness of a house than we would be as a human when we would just click which ones we would prefer to be on top of the rankings. So sometimes even a less beautiful search result list resulted in greater customer happiness and booking ratios than the ones that you as a human would select just on visuals.
You're a global travel site. Are there regions that people are using your services more, or is it pretty consistent across the board?
It's so our origin is in Europe. We founded in Germany, so that's where our strongest user base still is. And it's our customers typically look for the typical vacation rental areas. That's all along the coastline, all across Europe, but the same in the US, and ski destinations and mountain destinations. And in the US, it's actually similar. It's also all along the different coastlines. plus ski destinations in Colorado and so forth. And it's a typical pattern. So that's where we also differentiate or differ from hotel sites or maybe Airbnb, which are more city driven. For us, it's really the vacation rental leisure destinations that our customers search for.
What's next for Holidu? What do you guys want to do next with your software?
So we do now compare 350 platforms worldwide, but if you look at the number of platforms out there, that's still only a very, very small number. So there's a very long way to go in terms of giving customers a better comparison. And we see that in regions where we have a very dense comparison, of course, the value proposition of our product is much better than in other regions where the comparison is much less. So also from a tech point of view, working a lot on technologies that make it easy for platforms to connect to us, to work with us, to learn, that helps them learn from our data is a big focus for us in the coming months and years.
Well, I want to thank you guys for your time. And if somebody wants to check out Holidu or connect with you individually, how can they go about doing that?
I guess the best way is to use our apps or our website, holidu.com, or our mobile apps in Android and iOS. Also, a cool feature just to highlight here is our social search. So on iOS and Android, you're able to plan trips with your friends and actually vote on properties, and in that way find the favorite dream house for your group of friends or your family for your next holidays.
Thank you so much. And Michael, if they want to connect with you, how can they do that?
Yeah, easy is LinkedIn or most likely, or Facebook.
Okay, well, and if you want to follow me or connect with me, you can do so right here on ZDNet or Tech Republic, or maybe find me on Twitter at Tanya Hall Radio, or find me on Facebook by searching for The Tanya Hall Show. Until next time.